It started out in a very hopeless spot.
Very, very dark time. I was ready to give up on everything. Then we met, started playing, and that gave me purpose again. We do everything together, and 99.9% of the time it's wonderful.
This one time, though, we got in a pretty big argument. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to write a song about this. Anymore became a line dance hit in 7 countries.
Well, you don't do that anymore.
Tell your story, tell it loud. Tell your story, let it out. What broke in you can break the chain. What healed your heart can heal the world again. I saw the room grow still when I said my truth.
Hi, I'm Jonelle Carter,
And I'm Terry Carter.
and our story we're sipping is rooted in love, struggle, and rebuild.
Yeah.
So Terry and I have been playing music together for 18 years, but we've been married for 14 of those years. And we started out in a very hopeless spot.
Yeah.
And through the years, we had to really relearn how to love and how to build a life where we thought there wasn't a whole lot of hope.
Yeah, both coming from, I was in a very, it just felt like a black hole. Very, very dark time, and just lost my will for a lot of things, and music being one of them. And I was ready to give up on everything. And then we met, started playing, and that gave me purpose again. I found my new love I fell in love again with music, and opened up a bunch of whole new doors that I didn't realize that were there. So it worked out really well.
We always say that we found a way to love our life again through finding a way to love each other. And we quickly found ourselves playing many, many shows all over the region. And that career took off really quickly. And pretty soon we were playing 150 to 200 dates a year. And towards the end of the summer, it gets a little sticky. Things get a little stressful.
You're together all the time, and you're working together, so it's a lot of people don't realize it's one thing like what you would call a normal situation, a husband and wife. One goes to work, the other one goes their way, and they meet up at the end of the day. Well, we don't do that. We work together. We come home together.
Yes.
We do everything together, and 99.9% of the time it's wonderful.
This one time, though, 1%, we had a very, very busy, full load of music.
2 shows in one day. I think that might have been 3 shows in one day.
2 or 3 shows in one day. We were on our way home, and we got in a pretty big argument.
It wasn't bad. It was a strong discussion.
So by the time we made it back to our house, we were not speaking at all. And
I'm not a fighter, so I just get quiet.
I am. So
That's why I get quiet. I learned to just retreat.
So he went to the bedroom, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to write a song about this, and because what better way to write a song than,
Out of anger?
Out of anger. So I went to the office and grabbed a guitar off the wall and started playing some chords. Now you need to know that I only know a handful of chords, but so did the Beatles, and they did all right.
Well, we're not going to compare ourselves with. We don't want to do that.
I knew enough to get through. And so I started writing a song, and it was a very, very sad and heartfelt. And about halfway through the song, I realized that I didn't know any more chords. And so I had to go and wake him up. We had to make up because I knew that this song had something special. And we were in the process of recording our first full album, and it was about to go to press. And so I knew that we could put this song on that album if we were to hurry and get it to our producer.
It's always enlightening to know you're helping writing your own butt chewing.
So we went into the studio with our very dear friend Eric Nelson, producer, and we said, here, we've got this song, we want to play it for you. And it started out as a ballad. And this is what it sounded like then. You used to love when I would kiss you. You used to say it's what you live for. Well, you used to laugh and hold me closer. Well, we don't do that anymore. So we brought it into him, and we played it for him, and he said, oh man, that's depressing.
It was.
He said, what if we make this a fast song and put a fast drum behind it and really give it a new meaning of hope? And in that moment, we thought, that's whatever he thinks is great. And so we laid it down that way. Now, we put it on the album. It turned out to be one of our best singles. And in 2020, when the world was all shut down, we were really trying to figure out how to reinvent ourselves and reinvent the wheel with live music because everything had been shut down. And late one night, I received an email from a gentleman in France, a choreographer, and his name is Michel. And he wrote to me in French and said, I've written a dance to your song Anymore. And attached to the email was a video of 250, 300
people in
France dancing and singing along to our song Anymore. And of course, that was very touching and exciting. And the way that music in France works with these line dances, first of all, line dancing is huge in Europe. Who knew?
Yeah.
It's huge. And
it's like the 90s all the time there.
It's crazy. And so we found out that the way it's working is that live bands will figure out what the dancers are dancing to, and then they take the list of the choreographer and they learn the music. Well, our song was on this list. So next thing we know, bands all over Europe are playing our song live. And we were invited just this last year to perform at a country music festival in Albertville, France. And we gladly went, and we were able to play Anymore, and Anymore became a line dance hit in 7 countries. Yeah. So our story really does root in that hope and rebuild. And, when we had that argument, we had no idea that it would be a international line dance hit. And so we could play a little bit of it, how it ended up in the line dance world.
You used to love when I would kiss you. You used to say it's what you live for. You used to laugh and pull me closer, but you don't do that anymore.
You used to be so easy to talk to. You had my hand and swam me right on the floor. You say you love me for any reason. Well, you don't do that anymore. Maybe it's time to get back to the reason. Maybe it's time to bring the ship to shore. Well, it seems we forgot I really love you. Well, let's don't do that anymore. So that's a little taste of what Anymore. And if you can imagine a line dance to that, that's what's happening.
It's kind of a bucket list. I'd never been to Europe or played overseas, so
it's really great.
Kind of got 2 birds,
So we're working on more fights.
We're blessed.
So we can write more songs.
Yeah, we got to fight more.